These Old Wheels brought to you by Made Right Diner, Downtown Crossing, Detroit Lakes.
Hello, today we've got Dan Ament, and he's going to show us a 54 Buick Skylark. You want to tell us a little bit about Buick Skylarks?
I sure do. They're really a pretty neat car, Rod. There were only 836 of them built back in '54. And they really were a piece of art. There's a guy by the name of Harley Earl that designed obviously a lot of cars for GM back in the day, and this is one of them that he designed. In the cars, when they were put together, they first started in '53. They started with a Roadmaster body and chassis, and then in '54 they decided, well, they wanted it to be more of a gentleman's sports car, so they went to a Century body, which is a little smaller body. They coved the wheel wells, made the back of the car entirely different, eliminated the ports that Buicks always were noted for on the Buick. So it made a pretty unique car, and all convertible, 836 of them.
And the 54, of course, was kind of the forerunner of Buick's design, wasn't it, that they followed afterward in 55, 6, 7?
Yes, they did. They followed that pattern, actually, and then they extended it up to a little bigger car then in 57, and then 58, obviously, they made a big change. But they carried that through, similar to what Chevy did with the Chevys in 55, 6, and 7.
Well, I think the wheel opening, the rear wheel opening, was kind of the distinctive part about this particular Buick, isn't it?
Absolutely. They, like I say, they made that part as well as the front fender by hand, and being as they only made 836 of them, obviously it was something that was more feasible.
Even the deck lid, you say, was an original type deck lid, that the manufacturing had to be handmade in order to get a deck lid like that?
Yes, it did, you know, and it's kind of interesting if you look at that and then go and look at it. I think it's a 58 Corvette. They carried a little bit of that line in a 58 Corvette, so it had to be, they went back, probably Harley Earl, who designed the Corvettes, many of them as well.
Yes.
Probably looked at that and thought, geez, you know, this might be a nice touch for that car too.
Carry over, yes.
And back in 50, you know, actually the V8 in Buick really started in 53. Then in the Skylark and the Roadmaster were in 54, the only one that had the V8, and that was the 322, which they referred to a lot as a nailhead engine. The pistons ran actually a little more straight up and down, more than a V.
Yes, it was a smaller V, yes.
Yeah. And but a great engine. They perform well. They're actually, when they're with the 4-barrel, they get some snap to them.
Okay. Can you tell us a little history on this car? This wasn't looking this good when you bought it, was it?
No, it sure wasn't, Rod. Debbie and I actually were out in California here, oh gosh, that's back about 15 years ago now, roughly. And to be honest, I had never known that back then that they built the Skylark in 54, and guy had advertised in LA Times, and so we called a friend of ours and I asked him about a 54 Skylark, and that's when I first found out that they were rather rare. And, and obviously we went and looked at it and made a deal and brought it home and started working at taking it apart and made a pretty nice car out of it.
Well, you sure did a beautiful job on this one. I want to thank you, Dan, for showing us today.
Thanks for being here, Rod. Appreciate it.
These Old Wheels brought to you by Made Right Diner, Downtown Crossing, Detroit Lakes.
Hi, we're at the new Made Right in downtown Detroit Lakes, and I'd like to introduce you to the owner, Paula Quam.
Hi, well, yeah, we opened up in May, and it's an old-fashioned 50s and 60s style diner, and we're really known for our loose meat sandwiches, but really we have a whole assortment of different things on the menu. Our pulled pork is really popular, so is our old-fashioned malts and shakes. Everybody really seems to love those. So.
And you've got a wrap.
And a wrap, a healthy section of our menu now. Everybody's really loving that as well.
Sounds good. The Made Right, downtown Crossing, open daily, 10:30 till 8.